Hello, Herman. So, again, a short video on the problem that you reported in your last email. It was about this annotation, about the story of King Richard's capture in Vienna. So, you mentioned that it's whenever we put our pointer, it sometimes it appears and sometimes it doesn't. I spent quite a lot of time on it, and I figured out what is the problem, and I'm trying to work out a solution. But let me explain what is happening. You mentioned that sometimes it appears. So when you come through this point, I mean, when you place your pointer on the annotation from this point, it always appears, right? So basically, when you're when you point your cursor to the annotation, what it does is it calculates the position of the pointer and determines the coordinate and position where annotation should be mapped on the image. But when we come from this point, you see now it turns yellow, but the annotation doesn't appear. So at this point, the calculation, because it's a large annotation, the calculation for display of image is not done properly. That is why you don't see the annotation. But if I move my cursor to a point where, for example, that's the point where it determines that, okay, that's the coordinate of displaying the annotation properly, so it draws the annotation. So basically, when you come from this angle or this point, you don't see the annotation, you just see a yellow box. But when you come from this point, the system can calculate the coordinates to to overlay the annotation box properly. So basically, that is the point, or the canvas boundary where a large annotation display is not being calculated properly. So I will try to find a solution. So even if the coordinates are not proper, somehow it displays the annotation properly. But as a workaround, you can always come from this point to display the annotation properly, or we can just limit our annotation to this portion only, that captured in Vienna. Or if we want to add annotation for over here, maybe we can adjust the size of image or text so that it is not a very large annotation. So even at corner points of the boundary, the annotation is displayed properly. So I hope this answers your question. Thank you.